So this is part two of OpenStreetMap on Web Maps Connector. And if you remember the first part, we started up JOSM here. We started up the Java OpenStreetMap editor. I added these three new buildings that weren't there, and I uploaded them. This is the region in Small World, and you can see there are actually these three buildings right here. These are the buildings I added in Java OpenStreetMap editor, uploaded them to OpenStreetMap, and when I said get the OSM data, it got it right away because it was in this online, in the cloud type of database. You'll notice that these areas are not filled in yet, and that's because the tile, the underlying raster tile that is represented by these new vector building outlines hasn't been rendered yet, or it hadn't been at the time. But it turns out if I went to the web browser, you can see right there the buildings had been rendered. It's just I need to refresh the Small World screen. So that all happened pretty quick. So I'm going to go back to Small World, and I'm going to say refresh, and this is going to go back over the internet. It's going to go to the tiles. Basically, I reset my tile cache. You do that, and it's going to get the tiles from the OpenStreetMap tile servers, and there you can see it actually showed the raster tile that has those buildings. So that's probably on the order of about 5 minutes from the time that I uploaded my changes using the Java OpenStreetMap editor. It's then available to basically anyone worldwide who's using OpenStreetMap, and in this case, it's available in Small World as well. So I mentioned the three different rendering renderers that OpenStreetMap provides, I guess, on their main map. So Osmo Render, Cycle, and Mapnik. There's also MapQuest. MapQuest Open has essentially their own renderer. They pull data from OpenStreetMap about every 15 minutes and regenerate their tiles in the style, in a MapQuest specific style, but this data is all freely available. So we can see that rendered here as well. So you can see in this case MapQuest, because it's only been 5 minutes, it's not available there yet. Let's turn off the OpenStreetMap nodes and ways, and then we'll look at MapQuest. So you can see MapQuest in this case has a bit of a more muted style, but it's pretty handy. What else can we do about OpenStreetMap? That's probably about it. There are features available with OpenStreetMap to search the Nominatum place name database. That hasn't been implemented yet, but that should be easy enough to implement. And then MapQuest has a routing engine that lets you route on OpenStreetMap streets and footpaths and things like that. So MapQuest isn't the only organization that has that. I mean, there are other routing organizations in the OpenStreetMap world, but that's what Web Maps Connector has right now. So basically, to summarize, we have access to 4 different rendering styles of OpenStreetMap right now. We have the MapQuest one. We have 3 different ones from OpenStreetMap. And then we also can access the vector data for a given bounds. Now, one thing I want to show here is one thing you can do. Let's say you turned on, let's say you had your own aerial imagery and you wanted to overlay some data. We took this from an organization called Nearmap in Australia. They basically have taken OpenStreetMap and made it as a road overlay. You can see the overlay there. But let's say you don't want to do that. We've also done something here where we've taken the Mapnik tile and we basically make it a transparent layer where we pick one color to be the transparent color, so it doesn't look quite as nice, but you can make your own tiles for your own database like this.